Hi, I'm George Oliver with the Modern Merchant YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. Okay, so right here on the table, as you can see, this is a week's worth of thrifting for me. Everything on the table here was under $50 in total. Actually, after tallying it all up, it was $49 to be exact. So what I want to do is I want to go through everything here on the table with you, show you how much I paid for it, tell you a little bit about why I bought it, and what I think I can get for it. As you can see, I have a lot of toys in this video, and that is one of the things that I absolutely love to buy. I love to buy toys. I love to collect them, but I buy more than toys. I buy all kinds of things, as you'll see in other videos, but tons of toys in this one. Let's go through it, all right? So starting off, I bought some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Great toys from my childhood, although these are the more modern, updated ones. I bought this bag of them for $2. That was a no-brainer. People still collect them, buy them for their kids, buy them because they're older and they want to reclaim their childhood, whatever. But it was a no-brainer for $2. So this whole figure lot, looking them up, the individual figures, these right here are worth about $10 a piece. The red guy here, Raph, is about $18, and the motorcycle is about $15. So all that total comes out to be $73. So for a $2 investment, if I sold them all before shipping and fees, it'd be about $73. But what I do very commonly, and something that you can do as well, is you can take a lot like this, instead of selling them individually and having to pay shipping on each individual figure or item, you can put them together in a bundle and offer a little bit of a lower price, which is probably what I will do. Well, $73 is what I could get for them, but I'll probably list them for $65. Offer free shipping, which I do on most of my items anyway, and I'll still do pretty well because my investment's only $2. All right. The next one we have are a bunch of Pokemon figures, all right? My kids do not want me to sell the Pokemon figures, but they've got plenty of them to play with. So these guys are going to go up for auction, except for, maybe one of them might wind up on my desk. We'll have to see, because I still like Pokemon too. But let's start with the plush figures in the back. This is a 1998 Zubat Applause plush. I think he was a KFC promotional beanie. So he's about $15. We have, right here, we have Blossom. I think I'm pronouncing that one right. That one sells on average for about $20. In the back here, I had this clip and go belt set with a Pokeball. That was about $10 online. Stuffed animals were 25 cents a piece, so that's 50 cents right there. And then the action figures with the belt and the ball were $3. So I've got $3.50 in all of this. So far, 10 for him, or 20 for him, 15 for Zubat, and $10 for the belt. We're doing pretty good. And for a lot of figures like this, a lot of times I'll research each individual figure. Oh, Pig Knight fell over. Come on up, Pig Knight. But oops, there he goes again. I'll research all the figures myself, because sometimes you can find a figure that's worth $15, $20 a piece. If I do, I'll pull that one out and sell that one individually. It might be more rare or more desirable, but I think most of these are all fairly common. So what I'll do is I'll put them all together in a bundle again, save myself on shipping, and then they average about $2 a piece for a figure. So there are 15 figures there, so that would be a bundle for $30. If you add all that stuff together, you're looking at $75. So a $3.50 investment puts us up to $75. It's a no-brainer. All right, moving on to the Imaginext. These guys right here, I bought that for another bag of toys for $2. And the reason I bought it is the Imaginext figures I generally don't buy unless they have a bunch of accessories and things like that, or I see some figures that I know are really popular. I bought it because of Lord Zed and Goldar from Power Rangers in it. So those two alone, if I put them together in a bundle, they'd be $10 with free shipping online. I'll make a couple dollars off of them. I'll pay for the whole lot, and then I'll take all the other figures and put them together. They average about $2 a piece as well. There's 8 extra figures with some of the accessories. And so that means about 16 bucks. So in total, $2 investment, $26 in return. So, but like I said, sometimes I get them, sometimes I won't. Depends on the price and how many of them I get in, for what I pay for them. Moving on to the SpongeBob Mega Bloks figures. I have a lot of 16 of these. Again, just like with the Pokemon figures, what I will do is I will look up each individual figure, see if one of them is rare, one of them might have significant value, but I think most of those are fairly common. So again, about $2 a piece, maybe a little bit more, but I'll probably put that lot up for around $30, free shipping, sell it and be done. All right, next we have the Minecraft set. That was in a toy bag for 50 cents. Whenever I see Minecraft really cheap, I always buy it. I never pass that opportunity up. The horse, if I wanted to sell the horse individually, I could get around $11 for it. The bed and the crafting table, which I would probably put together with One-Armed Steve. Yeah, Steve came like that with only one arm. Looks like he's had a rough time in the Minecraft world. Maybe he didn't make it to his bed at night and one of the zombies or creepers got him. But anyway, I'll throw him in one of the lots. But the bed, the Minecraft crafting table, and Steve, probably $10. If I wanted to put them all together, I'd offer them all for $20 total. So for 50 cents to $20, that's pretty good. And then right next to them would be a set of action figures from a series called Tales of Glory. I think they're biblical action figures. I think they're Philistines, kind of a David and Goliath kind of action figure set there. So I paid, I think, $1 for it. It may have been 50 cents in a toy bin somewhere, but I didn't pay more than $1 for it. And they're not terribly valuable, but I would put that whole lot up for $20 as well. All right, next we're going to look at the trains. The box of trains is actually the most expensive thing that I bought the entire week. It's a box of Thomas the Train Engine. I think they're called Trackmaster sets. The reason I bought it at $20 is because sometimes just a set of those tracks can go for $20 themselves. Sometimes just one train in the Thomas the Train Engine sets will go for $20. So whole box of that stuff for $20. I'm certain that as I dig through it and do some research, some more in-depth research on it, I'll find figures that are worth quite a bit more. I can put some figures up in a bundle, some individual, maybe piece out the tracks. I'll have to look at all of them, test them, make sure the battery areas aren't corroded, make sure the ones that are supposed to work are working, and so on and so forth. So it'll be a little bit of work, but I think I can easily triple my money on that, if not more. So $20 to $60, that's going to be an easy one. Probably more like 80 to 100 is probably what I'll get for that box, but a safe bet would be tripling my money. Right next to them are some action figures. Now, I told you guys in one of my videos earlier that I would tell you about my failures. Well, here we go. These guys right here, all these would be a failure, but it's not a costly one, thankfully. It's I paid about $2 for all of that. Captain America back there would be worth about $24 used. He's a shield throw action Captain America, but no one really wants a shield throw action cap without his shield, so that's a bummer. A couple of Black Panther and Iron Man figures, more Marvel guys, but their joints don't move. They're kind of cheaply made, so I'm thinking Dollar Tree style stuff, along with the monster guy on the end, the purplish black monster, which I think he's pretty cool, but I like monster-like figures, so he might go on my shelf somewhere if he doesn't wind up in one of my kids' toy bins. And then we have a Toy Story 4 character, Duke Kaboom, I believe is his name, but he doesn't have his motorcycle. He's missing his face mask. So just missing a couple parts there, but I couldn't see all that stuff in the bag. I thought I'd take a chance for $2. And then, unfortunately, we have the Halo figure without his head. So I don't know what happened to his head. Maybe, he got into some trouble in one of his battles, but I'm going to try to sell him, maybe recoup my money, maybe make a little bit more, but I'm thinking maybe $10 for him. Everything else is probably going to wind up, like I said, either in my kids' toy box because they'll ask for it, or it'll wind up in my flea market tub. I'll take it to the flea market and sell it cheap. Okay? All right, moving on to the Xbox 360. All right, so this whole set, you probably would have looked at that and thought that's probably the most expensive thing that I bought while I was out thrifting, but you would be wrong. Actually, the trains were most expensive, like I said earlier. The Xbox is one of the least expensive. I found a place that had an Xbox. They didn't want to mess with it, and they sold it cheap.
They just wanted to get rid of it. So I snatched that one up. I actually snatched it up for $2. That's right, all that stuff for $2. So it's a 360 console. It has 4 controllers. I think most of the controllers are missing the battery pack in the back. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to test those without the battery pack, probably use some of my equipment. It's got a PlayStation controller there as well. It has the Xbox Power Brick, but none of the other hookups. So I'll have to use some of my hookups to test it. Assuming that it works and all the games are scratch free, I think I can make about $102 off of it. I might piece out the games individually. If the games are really scratched up, then I'll just set them aside. Don't ever throw away scratched up games. You can set them aside and you can make a lot of scratched games. I do that very often, and I'll let people bid on those. So at $2 for the whole lot, including those games, anything that's scratched will go in that lot of scratched games that I'll list in the future, and I'll just make some extra money off of it that way. All right, moving on. We have Buzz Lightyear. It's not one of the original Buzz Lightyear action figures. I think it's a later edition Buzz Lightyear. The only thing he does is he talks. His arms don't bend, unfortunately. I think he was $1. I think I can sell him for around $20. It's not going to be a huge profit on him, but I'll still make money on him. All right. And then right next to him is this beautiful brass rearing horse statue. All right. I paid $10 for him. And just after some real quick, simple, basic research, I think I can get about $50, maybe a little bit more with some shipping on him. All right, right behind the horse statue and Buzz are, well, it's my favorite kind of inventory. It's puzzles, not because I love puzzles, but because they were free. Free is my favorite kind of inventory. I have no stake in the game here, and I can sell it for whatever. Now, I generally don't take puzzles because, you have to count the pieces to make sure they're all there. However, this came from a very trusted source that was looking to downsize some inventory, and I was assured that process has already been done. So I can take these puzzles, try to sell them locally. I can take them to the flea market if I want to, or I can, individually look them up, put them up online in some sets or lots to help offset my shipping costs and maximize my profits. But I've got lots of options with them. But I love free inventory, so that's why it's my favorite kind. All right, so that's everything on the table. We've been through it all. Like I said, $49 for all of it is what I paid. And when everything's said and done, I think, if my memory serves me right, the numbers that I crunched was, when it all sold, I would come out with about $469. So not quite 10 times my money, but really close. 9 and some change, okay? Which is really great because all I spent was $49. I'm gonna have to spend a little bit of time putting these things up online, taking some pictures, shipping them out, but that's not a problem because, hey, I love turning a little bit of money into a lot more money. After fees and shipping, I'll probably take home in my pocket between $300 and $350. I have to take away the $49 that are spent on it and all the fees and shipping and all that stuff. So that's all from me today. Hopefully this has helped you kind of understand what I buy, why I buy it, and how much I buy it for, and that you can do this too. It's not that difficult. It takes a little bit of time and some research and a little bit of willingness to take a risk. I was willing to lose the $49 that I spent, but I really think that I'm going to be able to turn that into quite a bit more. If you're interested in any of the items that I have for sale, you can check out my eBay store is We Surplus, WHEE Surplus. And I am the Modern Merchant, George Oliver. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.
This is e-commerce with the Modern Merchant.